Hey, it's Joseph Gonzalez with Septic Marketing Pros, and I want to congratulate you for taking the proactive steps to download our blueprint. As you can see, our website conversion blueprint will help you get 2, 3, or even 10 times more leads than your existing website that maybe is not optimized to the standards listed in this blueprint. So I just want to really quickly walk you through each step. You can really just go side by side with me, open your website up on your computer, and take a look at the things maybe you've left off. So starting on the left, findability elements, keywords and page titles and content. So what is that? So as you can see in this tab on this example website here, it says your city septic pumping. So maybe that's Jacksonville septic pumping or Sacramento septic pumping, whatever that may be. You want to make sure that that keyword is in your page title. This is not going to be an extremely in-depth on-page SEO guide. If anything, it's a blueprint that you can use to get started in the right direction. So you want to make sure that your keywords scan through your website and make sure that your main keywords, maybe make a list of your #1 services, maybe list 10 services that are the best, and just go through your website and make sure that that is listed on each page, or you have a page for each service is what I'm. So you want to make sure, #2, that you have the exact match name, address, and phone number in the footer of the site. So down here at the bottom, we got business name, maybe it's ABC Septic on the exact street address, and then you got city, state, and zip code. And then at the bottom, have your phone number. So #3, we want to make sure that your site is built on WordPress. That is the most future-proof site to build on. There's a lot of different CMSs. If you go more complicated than WordPress, you'll have difficulties. And if you go with an easy drag and drop, maybe something that you can build yourself, that's not very future-proof. So I guess the second section here is engagement elements. You want to have a clear, unique selling proposition. A unique selling proposition is something that you can say, maybe it's a motto that sets you apart from your competition, something that'll set you apart from the other companies that your customers are looking at online. And also, you want to have testimonials. This is huge. As you can see in this section right here, we've got a section that's quoting a client testimonial. An easy thing you can do, run over your Google My Business listing and find the best review. If they post it public, that's something you can use on your website. So what you can do is just grab a favorite one, maybe the best one you've got, and copy and paste it in a quote format on your website that's right in front of your customer's face in the best situation. Clear and easy to find navigation. You want right underneath your logo, you want to have your navigations. Maybe you've got services, you've got book a service maybe. Another action you could say, maybe, call now is a good one. That's a really, really good one. I would highly recommend making this green button here your call now. CTA is for call to action. So you want to make sure you've got your call now, book service, get a quote. Really, one of these could be get a quote would be good. Just clear, unique, clear navigation, and easy call to action. Message to your avatar and not on you. This is very, very important. So your customer or your avatar, you want to make sure that you're speaking your message to them. Have you ever been to a social gathering or a party and you meet somebody that just talks about themselves? They just talk about themselves nonstop and they never engage with you. They never ask you questions about yourself. It's not a very enjoyable person to spend time with. That's exactly how customers feel. If they come to your website and you say, we do this, we do that, this is us, we here, this is the trucks we have, we this, we that, and you're not solving or answering their questions or speaking to their problems that they have. So, for example, you want to address them, are your drains not draining properly? Are you having issues with your facilities backing up? Whatever it is, you just want to make sure that you're speaking to them and their problems. This is huge. I can go on for quite a while on the research that has been done with websites that are engaging with their customers' problems and addressing their customers' questions and concerns. So trust icons to position authority. Trust icons is everything from links to your Google My Business listing, links to your Better Business accreditation. Better Business is, in my opinion, is a little bit of a shakedown. There's not a lot of value they're bringing to the table other than their name. So if you're willing to spend $600 a year to get on Better Business Bureau, become accredited, that's completely up to you if it's worth that trust. All I can say is just having the icon on there is very, very trustworthy to people visiting your website. Maybe you want trust icons with, for example, maybe you've got some awards from Home Advisor. Maybe you spent some money with Home Advisor and you've been able to get a lot of reviews on there. That's another good trust icon. Anything that basically tells Google you're affiliated with this familiar brand. And it's really the familiarity that you're putting on the table here when I say trust icons. And then you can add some stars around it. That does a lot of good just for the impression when customers take a look at that. Clear map to show locality. I recommend having a section that has just a wide pan view of a map, a Google map, so to speak, that's embedded on your website, just showing your city that you're at and showing a little area around it. This is something you get from your Google My Business listing. You want to embed your Google My Business listings with a map. Customers can come on, when they come on your website, they can just see your city. Like I mentioned, maybe it's Sacramento. They'll just see Sacramento right there. They'll see the little suburbs around it, and they'll see your service areas covering that. That builds trust. Social proof icons. Social proof icons are these icons up here. Basically, what you want to do is you just have links to your Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus page. You want to make sure that you've got links to your social profiles. Even if you're not posting regularly, most people aren't going to click to your social profiles and check it out, but it does help them to know that, hey, this is an established business. They take their online presence seriously, and they have links to their social media. So the next section is conversion elements. Now, when a customer comes on your website and they just hop off without making a phone call, requesting a quote, or booking a service, they did not convert. I don't mean necessarily they converted into customer. I mean they did not move forward to engage with your company. Big conversion element is calling. So many times people come on your website and they'll just hop off without making a call, which is obviously what we want. So what we want to do is we want to have in the top right, clear, big, and bold phone number. We want your phone number to be, your website to be covered with your phone number. The worst thing is when you go on a website, just think for yourself, you're trying to call somebody and you scroll through and you have to search for 5 seconds to find a phone number. There's actually studies that have shown if people have to search more than a couple seconds, they will just back out of your page and find a different phone number. You have to remember that your past customers know who you are, but new customers don't. So they're not going to invest a lot of time into getting to know you, getting to know who you are, and putting in some work to get a hold of you. That's not going to happen. Customers, by and large, want to be able to have a clear click to call button right in front of them in the top right. So clear call to action front and center. So on the header of the website, you want to have a call to action. You want to have call now, get a quote, whatever it may be, whatever your number one conversion is that you want to have this button right here, your CTA. Lead magnet, form field. So this is very, very important. Right below the fold, or when you scroll for the first time, you want there to be an easy form where customers can get a quote. They can just really quickly name, email, phone number, short message. You don't want to ask them too many questions. There are ways to set up your form that will engage more people. You just want that to be convenient for them to do. 24/7 live chat is the next one. This is something that has been fairly new in the last couple years. It's getting easier and cheaper to have out of convenience on your website. This is something that is massive. It's actually been shown to engage 40% more customers than before. So when visitors come on your website and they have this little bubble pop up, I'm sure you've seen that. I could show you an example right now. So you go to Septic Marketing Pros, and as you can see, once you get on here, there's a little bubble that pops up right here saying, "Hi, how can we help you?" And then they click. If they're not signed into, I'm signed into Facebook right now, so it'll engage with me on my Facebook account. But if they're not signed in, it'll engage via text message. So you want to make sure that either way, they can come on there and just ask a quick question. "Hey, do you guys have any availability today?" And that'll immediately pop up in your phone as a message, and you can reply, yes, after 4, or maybe no, we're getting rained out, tomorrow will be better. Whatever it is, you can engage with those customers really, really quickly. And this is incredibly, this is a very progressive technology to have on your website, and it's actually not difficult to set up. Display past reviews. So we already went over the testimonial, but we want to have a place that customers can easily click and see past reviews from other customers. This doesn't have to be something that shows all your negative reviews if you do have any. There's a plugin actually that will install the best reviews, 3-star and up, on your website, and it's just a feed that auto-propagates each time you get a new review. This is another really, really good conversion element. So real photos of you and your team. Have you ever gone on a website, maybe it's even a competitor's website, and you notice there's pictures of people you don't recognize, they look like stock photos, and there's trucks without the logos on them? This is something that is not a good conversion element. Customers come on board, they don't get a personable feeling, and they don't get a genuine feeling. When you have stock photos on a website, it's very disingenuous, and it can be actually a turnoff. Visitors that don't know who you are, maybe. So very, very big conversion element here. WordPress plugins. If you abided by this last note in this section of Findability Elements, you'll notice WordPress framework. So these are plugins that are very helpful and should have on any site that you're looking to optimize and bring more visitors through the door as customers. Yoast SEO plugin. This will enable that you have keywords in page titles and exact name, address, and phone number as well. Yoast SEO will help with that. Google Analytics. This will help you to see how many people are visiting your site, how many people are making phone calls, and how many people are just jumping off the site without converting. That will tell you a lot. That tells a very detailed story on how your site is performing, whether it's to our favor or not. Contact Form 7 is a good resource to enable this form right here. Click to tweet. If you're blogging consistently and somebody shares one of your posts, or maybe shares your page or shares your website, that will be shown to all their friends. So obviously not every visitor is going to come on and share your website with all their friends. People are not, unfortunately, that excited about helping us grow our septic company. But what it'll do is, for the people that have an interest, and maybe some friend that wants to help you out, and they can just quickly come on your website, they see a click to tweet, they'll click it, they'll tweet your website, and all their friends and followers will see your site. It will never hurt to have it. Facebook auto publish. This can work both ways. This can work from a blog standpoint. When you blog on your website, maybe you make a post, it'll automatically be published on your Facebook page, or you can have it so that when you post on your Facebook page, it'll automatically be published on your website as well. Either one, they're both good. Google XML sitemaps. So Google XML sitemaps is probably one of the most important things you can do to make sure Google is picking up on your website. And if you've gone through and done all this hard work of optimizing your site, you've gone through all this hard work of telling Google what your site is all about, and then Google doesn't actually index your site, you're putting in a lot of work for nothing. So you want to make sure you have a sitemap that Google can basically crawl through every page on your site and see every detail on your website, and it'll index it and actually add everything to search engines. And the last one is iTheme Security. This is a very important plugin for keeping your website safe from hackers, from people trying to break in. There's a lot of robots out there that are trying to fill out forms, attack your website. We want to take care of that, eliminate that with iTheme Security. So over here on the right, as you can see, I've got a section called Responsive Design. This is incredibly important. In 2020, 5 years ago, there was a lot more websites that were unresponsive. Nowadays, if you've got an unresponsive website, you're seriously behind the curve. I'd be very amazed at any company nowadays that has an unresponsive website, because most likely at that point it's close to 10 years old. So we just want to knock this out though. 30 to 40% of traffic comes from mobile searches. That's increasing every year. And you want to make sure that when they come on, they don't get this site really small and all zoomed out, hard to see. You want it to be up close. You want the page to conform to the phone, and you don't want to have to scroll side by side to see the full site. They want to see everything narrow, everything right in front of you, the font large enough to read very easily. Google actually has a free tool you can use. Just make a Google search for responsive website test. Very easy to do. Very easy to do. You can run your site through that and it'll tell you whether it's optimized. And as you can see the example of an optimized, responsive website. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this blueprint pushes you in the right direction to make some proactive changes on your website to attract visitors and convert them into customers. Very big strategy when it comes to gaining more customers online. So if you're going through this and you decide, you know what, I don't want to become an online marketer, I don't want to become an expert website designer, and this is just a little out of my wheelhouse, give us a call, schedule a strategy session with us. Love to have a conversation with you and see how we can help your website move around the curve and in front of the customers that you're looking to get. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for watching. Thank you for downloading our blueprint, and have a great day. Take care.